Hello and welcome to my channel. My dear students, today I am here to teach you a new chapter. It's a beautiful one from the NCERT textbook, chapter number 6, Who I Am. So, my dear children, in this particular story, uh, lot many new things will be introduced to you people, and I hope you are all going to enjoy the things that are going to be discussed to you, right? This particular chapter has two parts in it. The part one has the experiences of some students and the children shared with you people like Radha, Nasir, right? And Sarbjeet and Dolma. And in the part two, we have beautiful things introduced to you people, that is multiple intelligence, right? This multiple intelligence is a completely new thing for you to know, but I will try to explain it to you people. What is intelligence? First of all, we have to understand intelligence means uh, it is the ability of a person, okay, in which um, it is the ability of a person to do something in a better way, right? Suppose uh, say for example, if someone is good at sports, or if someone is a good athlete, then we can say that he is having the intelligence of the sports or the body movements, right? If suppose, take for one example, if someone is a good singer, he sings well, he gets the notes very quickly, he can also learn the lyrics easily also, although he can't memorize the answers of the books, answers of the textbooks, but he can easily memorize, he can easily remembers the lines of the songs. It means that he has the interest towards the music and all these art fields. So we will say that that particular child is having musical intelligence, right? So in this way, my dear children, as you all know, our five fingers are not alike. If you look at your fingers, means you have the thumb, you have forefinger, you have middle finger, ring finger, and the little finger. So these all five fingers are also not alike. If you look at their shapes and sizes, they are all different from each other. In the same way, my dear children, if we compare ourselves with others, then we will find many differences. Let us say that, uh, take for example, if you compare yourself with your friend, okay, then your friend may be taller or shorter than you. Your friends may have very beautiful handwriting, and you don't have. You may be a very good singer, whereas your friend is a very good dancer. You are very good at sports, whereas your friend is very good at writing poems and recitation of the poems. So in this way, we can say that we all are different from each other, right? So it is not good to compare ourselves with others. Many a times, what happens in our societies, our teachers compare us with others, our parents also compare our results with the results of our friends and other children. So in this way, many a times we compare our children's, whereas that is not good. you know there was a psychologist in America, and his name was Howard Gardner. And Howard Gardner has given a beautiful thing, my dear children. That is what I'm going to discuss with you. Okay, he is the man behind the multiple intelligences. He was a psychologist by profession, and he has given to the world about this multiple intelligences. And he told that the children, or the man and the woman, are completely different from each other. Each human being is a unique creation. Each one of us has some different kinds of talent in us. Okay, so it is not good to compare ourselves with others. He was the first person to propose this multiple intelligence theory. So what are these multiple intelligences which have been proposed by Howard Gardner? So let's take a look at this. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the different types of intelligences that Howard Gardner has told about us. Okay, according to Howard Gardner, we the multiple intelligences are of 8 different kinds. It is of 8 types, right? First one is, we can say, we can start from anywhere. Bodily kinesthetic means those who are very good at uh, moving their body parts, okay, or they can stretch their body easily on or they have a very flexible body. Okay, such children can be called that they have bodily kinesthetic intelligence. And such children usually what they become in life, they may become a very good sports person, they may become a very good athlete, right? Okay, they may become a very good dancer also, because in many dances, in the modern and contemporary dances, you have to mold your body, you have to bend your body and so various postures, right? So in that particular context, we can say that the children who are having bodily kinesthetics intelligence, they always become, okay, they should always go for all these fields, right? Next, we have musical intelligence. What is musical intelligence? When you have musical intelligence, my dear children, how will you identify that you have musical intelligence in you, right? If you are good at singing, if you can produce whistling sounds, if you can play the musical instruments very easily, and if you can catch the notes of the music very easily, and if you can remember, and if you have a special interest towards the music, okay, if a music is being played, then if your feet suddenly start, uh, s- uh, tick, come into the rhythm, then we can say that you have this musical intelligence in you. And such children who have musical intelligence in them, they usually become what? They become good musician, they can become good composer of musics, they can also become good singers also, right? And they can also become a disc jockey, right? They can become a good disc jockey, they can also become a radio jockey also. Now let us come to the one more one here: interpersonal intelligence. What is interpersonal intelligence, my dear children, and how will you identify that a child is having interpersonal intelligence? Okay, now just let me just tell you that uh, if you can understand the feelings of others, okay, and if you can if you are good at solving the problems of a number of people, if there is an issue in the class, suppose there was a fight between the two students in your class, and you could solve it easily, right? You could make them understand that, yeah, it was not good for them to fight with each other in the classroom, and we can say that you are good at interpersonal intelligence. And what kind of career is good for such children? Those children who are having interpersonal intelligence in them, they can become a good counselor, right? They can counsel others, right? They can become a good salesperson also, because they can easily convince people and sell their products, right? They can become very good politicians, right? To become a politician, you must have interpersonal intelligence. Also, they can become a very good business person, successful business persons they can become. And also they can become a good teacher, right? They can also become a good teacher. Means, to become a teacher, you need to have good interpersonal skill. Means, you should be able to understand the problem of others, you should be able to solve the problem of others, and you should be able to see what others are trying to tell you, right? You should be able to understand what they are trying to tell you, or what the problem of others is, right? So in this way, we have the different multiple intelligences. Now let us come to the visual spatial intelligence. What is visual spatial intelligence, my dear children? Just take a look at this particular one, right? I'm telling you nothing new to you people, it is all given in the book, right? It's all given in the book. You just have a look at this one: visual intelligence. Okay, those children who are having visual intelligence, usually what they like to do, you can very easily identify them. Very easily you can identify them. And what is that? They can they think in pictures, they create mental images, right? And they also can remember the pictures very well if they have seen the poster somewhere, then they can easily copy it or they can easily reproduce it, right? And they love to look at the charts, maps, pictures, videos and movies also. Okay, so in this way you can identify whether you are having visual intelligence or you are having some other kinds of intelligence. So you can check your own intelligence also. It's a very beautiful chart given in the book, right? You can also check your intelligence, means in which particular field you are interested and what you should become and what you can become in your life. So those children who are having the visual intelligence, they are very good at puzzle building, they are very good at reading also, they are very good at writing, they can understand the maps easily. Even if you give them a very difficult map to understand and interpret, they can definitely do well. They also love to read charts, graphs, okay, and they can also sense the direction also, right? They can sketch very well, they can paint beautiful things, and right, and they can also draw the different objects in pictures, right? So what kind of professions are good for such children? Such children can become a very good navigator. Navigator means, a person who helps us to find directions or directions. Suppose, right, you are lost in the sea, then you need the help of a navigator to find the right direction to move on. Okay, so a navigator means a person who helps us to find direction. Clear? Sculptor, they can become very good sculptor, means sculptor are the artist who makes the beautiful statues. You might have heard about, the statues of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, right? So that has been built by a sculptor. Artist, you may become a very good visual artist also, you may become a very good painter, right? You may become a very good inventor, you may become a very good architect. Architect means, the people who design beautiful houses, buildings, structures, they are called architects. Also such children can have a very good successful career in interior designing also. Okay, those children who are good at drawing, painting and solving puzzle building and all these things, okay, they can all become very good successful interior designer. So you all should try to understand that these all things are very important for you. Okay, and accordingly you can choose your career in future, right? It is too early now, you are in class 6th, so it is too early for you to decide what you want to become. But but based on your likes and dislike, based on your intelligence level, you can choose your profession accordingly, right? Now let us move to the one that Howard Gardner has talked about, verbal intelligence. What is verbal intelligence? Such children who have verbal intelligence, how will you identify such children? That's very important. We can identify them very easily because they like to use words and languages. Means these children, those who are having verbal intelligence, they speak a lot. They speak a lot means they love to describe the things. If you give them 1 minute of time to speak, they would be consuming 5 minutes, right? If you ask them to introduce themselves, then they would introduce the entire family as well as their relatives also. So such children who love to use words very creatively, okay, they are said to have verbal intelligence. And such children are found to be getting attracted towards the words and sentences more than the pictures. They're not visual intelligent, they don't love to watch the pictures, movies and all those things. Rather they like to read books, they like to speak a lot, they like to read and write a lot. Okay, so you can check their likes and dislikes from this also. Now you are good at such children who are verbally intelligent, or those who are having verbal intelligence, they are good at speaking, right? They may be a very good orator also, and they're very good at writing. Their writing is always creative, they make the very good use of words and sentences. They may be very good at storytelling also. They love to listen to others, that's a very beautiful thing. Okay, such children, they love to listen to others. In your class there may be some children who do not take interest in the long lectures given by your teachers. Even when I'm teaching today here, I'm sure out of 40 students of your class, maybe there would be 5 or 6 students who are not at all listening to me, because they don't love to listen, because they are not verbal intelligent people. They may be interested in something else. If I show them pictures of something, if I show them the movies of some things, if I give them the links of some YouTube videos, some animated videos, they would love to learn from that. So they may be visual learners, right? Clear? So in this way, means those who are verbally intelligent, or those children who are having the verbal intelligence, okay, they love to listen to the lectures also, they love to explain, they love to teach, they love to make humors, right? And they also remember the words and their meanings also. Clear? Right? And such people, such children, okay, they can become very good poet. Keep it in mind, such children, those who are verbally intelligent, or those who are having verbal intelligence, they can become what? They can become a very good poet, they can become a very good journalist, because to become a journalist you should have very good good skills of speaking, or you must be a good orator also, right? uh, they can become good writer, since they can play with the words, they can make creative uses of the words and sentences, so they can become a good writer also. They can also become a teacher, right? Means to become a teacher, you need interpersonal intelligence also, okay, just now we discussed. And to become a teacher also, you need to become a very good, you need to be good at all these things: teaching, reading, listening, all these things also. So the verbal intelligence is also required to become a teacher. And such people can become a good lawyer, okay, good lawyer, they can become a very good lawyer, right? They can become a good politician, because they would make beautiful speeches and they would try to attract voters towards them, right? So that's very interesting one. And such children can also become good translators, right? If they acquire mastery over the one language, then certainly they can become a good translator. They can translate the literature and the stories and many novels from one language to others. Now let us move to the one more is there here, that is mathematical intelligence, okay. So let us see, right? Those children who have mathematical intelligence, how can we identify them, right? That's the most important issue, because mathematics is the most fearful subject for all the students, right? Whether he or she is a student of class 1 or class 10, it doesn't matter. Mathematics always is the most fearful subject, okay, right? Sometimes it gives nightmare to the children also, right? Now let us see, right? You like to use reason. The children who are having mathematical intelligence, right, they like to reason. They don't believe in all these things, okay. If you make a fine speech, they won't believe you. You have to prove yourself, only then they will believe it. That means they believe in logic, okay, and numbers, okay. They are always curious about the world around, means they are always very technical, they are very scientific in their approach, okay, right? You ask lots of questions and like to do experiments. This is the most beautiful characteristics of the mathematical intelligent people, right? The children who are mathematically intelligent, or who have intelligence of mathematical intelligences, okay, they usually ask a lot many questions in the classroom. Sometimes the teacher would get angry, okay, sometimes the teacher would get annoyed with the questions that are being asked to him, okay. And they also love to do lot more experiments. The experiments may be failure, it may be a successful one, it doesn't matter, but they keep loving, or they keep doing experiments, okay, right? And they are very good at problem solving. They love to solve mathematical problems. Even if you give them a cubic puzzle also, they would love to solve the puzzles, right? And as we discussed now, they also ask a lot many questions, they do lot many experimentations, they love to solve mathematical calculations, right? And they usually work with the geometric shapes, Okay, let us see what kind of careers are suitable for such children, or what they might become in life. Right, we can't say that whether a child who is mathematical, who is having mathematical intelligence, is going to become scientist or engineer. That's not sure, we can't say that. Okay, we can't say that, we can't be very perfect in all these things, right. But according to Howard Gardner, means if a child is having mathematical intelligence, then he may become a scientist, he may become a good engineer, he may become a computer programmer also, because in all these fields he can use all the skills that he has acquired. He can become a good researcher, he can become a good accountant, because the job of accountant needs lot many calculations, so that is what he loves to do also, right. And he also can become a good mathematicians, right. He also can become a good mathematician. So in this way, my dear children, Howard Gardner has discussed about the different types of, right, intelligences. I just remind you again: musical intelligences, bodily kinesthetic intelligences, interpersonal intelligences, verbal linguistic intelligences, logical mathematical intelligences. What two more things we have missed here, naturalistic. Naturalistic intelligences refer to that particular one where the children, love to uh, be very close to the nature all the time. Okay, and such children usually become, they become geologist, biologist. Okay, sometimes they become wildlife photographers also, forest conserver also. So in this way, such NGO, they can work in an NGO also. So we can see uh, such kind of children who are having naturalistic intelligence, right. Then intrapersonal intelligence means they become very smart. Okay, to be smart from inside, okay, you need intrapersonal intelligences. So in this way, Howard Gardner has discussed about 8 different multiple intelligences. Here goes a beautiful exercise, my dear children, for you. Now let us discuss about that. Okay, I think I must discuss that one with you, right. Here's a beautiful questions, just for a minute, working with the text here. You see, look at these questions. When we look at these questions, we can easily correlate our knowledge with it. Okay, fill in the blanks to name the different kinds of intelligence. One has been done for you. When I enjoy listening to people and solving their problems, I use my interpersonal intelligence. Obviously, right. Here some fill in the blanks works are given. When I enjoy dancing or physical activity, I use my Dex intelligence. Can you tell me? Can you inbox your answer here, please? Write in the chat box. I would like to see it. Okay, that's good. Very good. Very good. Some are giving reply. Wonderful. Right. When I enjoy dancing or physical activity, here dancing means body movements are, you know, involved. So when we talk about body movements or body uh, postures, right, so it is definitely about bodily kinesthetic intelligence is required, means the child is using bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Now let us come to the second one here. When I enjoy looking at maps and examining pictures, I use my Dex intelligence. When I use my, just look at this, right. When I enjoy looking at maps, chart, pictures, these are all visuals, means we can see with our eyes and then we try to understand it. Okay, so what intelligence is being used here? I use my, yes, very good, try to answer it. I use my visual intelligence. Correct, very good. Now let us come to the third one. When I enjoy working with numbers and solving math problems, I use my Dex intelligence. It's very easy. If there is something related with numbers and mathematics, I think that is mathematical intelligence. It's so simple to be identified. No, it can be identified easily, right? So the children who love to enjoy with numbers and love to solve mathematics. Okay, right? They are using mathematical intelligence. Very good. Now let us come to the fourth one here. What does the fourth one say? When I enjoy telling a story or arguing, when I enjoy telling a story or arguing, I use my dex intelligence. Storytelling, making argument means you know he's good at language. He loves to speak, right? So such children are using verbal intelligence. So here the child is using verbal intelligence. I hope it is clear now. Here some more are given, beautiful one. Working with language. In the left side, the professions are given like navigator, architect, politician, right? Let me read it out for you. Engineer, computer programmer, athlete, disc jockey, composer. Composer means music composer here. Counselor, journalist. Okay, on the right side here some the descriptions are given, and we have to match the description with the correct job on the left side given. That is, now let us start from the right side. Okay, it would be easier for us to identify it. Advises people what to do about jobs, personal problems, etc. Okay, if someone is giving us some kind of if he's trying to make us understand, if we have any problems and if we are going to him for some solution, then definitely he is counseling us. So he is a counselor. So number A would be counselor. We can match it with counselor. Now number B, come to number B. Works in politics, usually by standing for election. So it's very simple, very simple. You all can identify it. If someone is involved with politics and he also stands in the election as a participant, then he is a politician. No, isn't? So definitely his job is politician. Very good. Now let's come to the number C here. What is number C here? You just look at this. Okay, look at the number C, right? Finds and monitors the route to get to a place or the direction of travel. Finds and monitors the route to get to a place means he's helping the people to find their route. He's helping the people to get the right direction to travel. So he's a navigator. Okay, so this is the job of a navigator. Now let us come to the next one, right? Number D here. Number D says that reports on recent news for newspaper, radio or TV. Reporting here the job is reporting means who reports is a journalist reports about the news for the newspaper, radio or television. That's good. Now number E, plans the design of a building, town or city. Okay, who plans the design of a building, town or city? Here two options are there. Engineer is also there, and one more is there, architect. Who do you think would be the better option here, engineer or architect? An architect is also engineer. Okay, but one who designs the building, towns and city. Okay, city planner, especially we call them city planner. Engineer who designs the building of a town and city, such people are called architect. Okay, so they are called architect. Now number F, controls and puts together a program of music. Okay, controls and puts together a program of music. He's a disc jockey, right? He's a disc jockey, right? Works in sports or activities such as running, jumping, etc. Sports related activities are there, means it is athlete. Number 6, it is athlete. Okay, number H, designs and builds things like roads, bridges and engines, right? So here comes the road making, bridges making and engine making. So here this is the job of an engineer, right? Next comes your mix up notes to create music. Oh, definitely you can easily identify this. This is the job of a composer, one who composes music. He creates new music, okay, by making up new notes, right? Very good. And finally number J, designs the system by which a computer runs or gives information. It is related to computer. Okay, it's related to computer. He's using his mathematical intelligence, so he's definitely a computer programmer. He's definitely a computer programmer, right? So in this way, we have got to know about the different multiple intelligences. Now here comes the first part of the story, right? So now here we are going to discuss about the beginning one. So my dear children, here in the beginning, let us come to the part number one now, right? So part number one would be much easier for you now to understand. Why I say, we have now discussed about various intelligences. Okay, I'm not going to read it in details. Simply just I'll be giving you a hint about this, right? By simply reading few lines about the child, I'll be telling you which particular intelligence this particular child is having. Now let us see Radha. You can see the picture of Radha here on your screen. Radha says that my favorite activity is climbing trees, means she loves to climb up the trees. Just outside our house, there is a mango tree which I love to go up. Its branches spread out so it is simple to climb up the tree and I can sit comfortably in the fork of two branches, right? My mother tells me it is not sensible for girls to climb trees, but one afternoon she climbed up too, and both of us sat there talking and eating raw mangoes. When I am high up in the tree, I feel I rule the whole world. Okay, so she loves to be a part of the nature all the time. Okay, she loves to be in the nature all the time, right? So we can say that I think she is having the what was being told by Howard Gardner's, right? If you remember that one, naturalistic. So it's having a naturalistic, you know, intelligence in her. That's why she's getting attracted towards the nature. Okay, it is not the climbing of tree that is important for her, but when she is on the branches of the tree, when she is seated on the branch of a tree, she feels she is enjoying the beauty of the whole world. She feels she is ruling the entire world. That's why we can say that she is having, Radha is having the, which particular intelligence? She is having the, right, naturalistic intelligence in her, right? Now let us move to the another child, right? Let us try to read about the second child here. Nasir. Wow, what is Nasir saying here? When I grow up, I want to become a seed collector. He's also very much connected. He loves to spend time with the nature, right? You just see, we have cotton fields in our village. Every year my father spends a lot of money on buying new seeds to grow our cotton plants. My grandfather told me that many years ago he would collect the seeds from his own plants which could be sown to grow new plants during the next year. But today that doesn't work, so we have to spend money to buy new seeds every single year. I want to find out why that is so. I want to learn how to preserve seeds so that we can use them again and not spend money every year. This particular child is having multiple intelligences. First of all, you see, the child loves farming. He loves seed collections. Okay, it means that the child also loves nature. Means he is having naturalistic intelligence. But at the same time, he also says that he wants to learn how to preserve seeds. Means he wants to think about it. He wants to do some research on that. Means he is also having mathematical intelligence. Okay, a child who wants to do some research, right, is having mathematical intelligence also. Okay, so we can find two intelligences present in this particular child. Let's come to Rohit now. Okay, what does Rohit say here? If I had a huge amount of money. He doesn't have a huge amount of money. That's why he says that if I had, kaas mera hota, right? If I had a huge amount of money, I would travel and travel. Means he loves to travel from one place to another place. Means he is having what intelligence? Can you see? Right? Okay, I want to see the mountains of New Zealand because they looked beautiful. Naturalistic is getting attracted towards the nature, right? Clear? I wish I could sail down the Amazon River in South America on a raft. I want to live on the beaches of Lakshadweep and dive down to see coral. I suppose I should go to the Konark temple in Orissa. Also, here the child says one more intelligence he is having. He wants to live on the beaches of the Lakshadweep and dive down. Means he wants to travel down. It means he is also having that kind of uh, kinesthetic, bodily kinesthetic intelligence also. Means he can swim there, he can swim across the sea, right? He can dive down. So all these shows that the physical movements are involved here, right? I suppose I should go to the Konark temple in Odisha, or to the old city in Beijing in China, and the pyramids in Egypt too. But what I actually enjoy is being seeing nature more than old buildings. Hmm. He also loves monuments and all the visual things. Means he is having visual intelligence also. So many intelligences can be found in a single child too. Okay, right? A child can have more than one intelligences present in him, right? Clear? But you have to make sure that which one is the most dominant intelligence you have. Okay, most dominant intelligence you have. Dominant means which one you love to do the most, right? That is called the most dominant one. Sarbjit, let's discuss about another child. I think this is going to be very fun to do one, no? Right? Since I discussed with you about the multiple intelligences in the beginning, and now with the help of that, I'm trying to help you understand this. Sarbjit says that what makes me very angry is when people don't believe me when I'm telling the truth, right? Means, right? He is having what? Intrapersonal means, uh, you know, um, he's having the problems. That means when people do not believe him, then he is losing his confidence. So that shows that he's having some intrapersonal intrapersonal problems. If I tell my teacher that I could not do my homework because Rabi borrowed my book and forgot to return it, or I tell my parents that it was not me but my little brother who started the fight, or if I tell my teacher that I really did study for the test even if I have got bad marks, they all look at me as if they think I'm telling lies. That the look on their faces really angers me. Sometimes I have to look down at my shoes and count to 10 so that I do not show that I'm angry. Right? So the child is talking about the intrapersonal intelligence. Okay, he's having a conflict set of minds. He's disturbed from inside. Okay, nobody believes him. Right? So that's why he's very much disturbed from inside. When something is related to your personal emotions, okay, then that is intrapersonal intelligence, right? So now here was one more child here, Dolma. What does Dolma say? Dolma says that when I grow up, when she will be growing up, what she will be doing, I'm going to be the Prime Minister of India. Oh, she's very very optimistic. Okay, and she's hopefully she would become, okay, but be very happy when Dolma becomes Prime Minister, right? Because you never know who is going to be the next Prime Minister, right? People always laugh when I say that, but I'm sure that I will do it. Everyone in my class asks me what to do when they have a problem. Means she can solve the problems of other children. Means she can become a good counselor also. And my teacher always trusts me when something needs to be done in the school. The teacher trusts her. Means she is very trustworthy. It means that she is a very good child and she is having the interpersonal skill or interpersonal intelligence in her. Okay, I want to make things better for everyone. Okay, I want to make things better for everyone. I want us to have a good hospitals and roads and schools. Very optimistic. Okay, this child is very optimistic. She wants to make so many new things in our country. Good. I want to make sure that there are many good scientists in India who will invent cures for diseases and send a spaceship to Mars. Okay, I want to make sure, means she wants to this shows her interpersonal skills. Means she can feel the problems of other people, she can feel the problems of the common people, okay, from the points of view of other children, other people of the country. So that shows that she is having a better and a very good interpersonal skill. Okay, right? Now here we have one more child here, right? He's Peter. Now Peter, what does Peter say? My favorite day is the second Sunday of every month. Why? Why is second Sunday the most favorite time for Peter? Let's see. On this day, our whole family always goes to the cinema hall. Oh my god. And he loves to watch cinema. Can you just tell me what intelligence he is having? The children who loves to watch cinema, movies, all these things. Those who take interest in pictures and movies, okay? Right? They have visual intelligence, okay? Such children have visual intelligence. That's correct. Okay, my father gets the tickets in advance, and all of us, my grandmother, my parents, my brothers, and I, take the bus there. In the interval, my father buys us peanuts, and I love to sit in the darkness of the hall eating and watching the film. Afterwards, we always stop to eat ice creams. Everyone is in a good mood, and we all feel very lucky that we are such a happy family. So in this way, my dear children, we saw about the stories shared by six different children having different intelligences. Similarly, what you can do, you can also note down about your likes and the dislikes that you have, right? And you can also try to find out that what intelligences are there in you, okay, or what intelligences are present in you. Clear? Accordingly, you can also counsel others, you can also help others, okay, to choose a particular direction in life, okay. And I hope you all have understood this one, right? Here some questions are there for you. You must try to clear, you must try to attempt it. Clear? Like first one, I'll be doing it for you. Peter's favorite day of the week is Sunday because he goes to cinema with his entire family, right? Because he goes to cinema with his entire family. You can make a different sentence, because he goes to his father takes them to the cinema hall, okay, along with all the family members, and he can enjoy peanuts in the dark room. Okay, in this way you can make one or two sentences also, okay, right? Nasir wants to learn the techniques of preserving seeds for the next year, right? Dulma believes that she can make a good prime minister because, okay, because what do you know? Because she is trustworthy. She can solve the problems of her friends in the school also. Okay, right? And she thinks that she can do a better work as a prime minister. Clear? Now here some mathematical true and false exercise is also given for you, right? What is there? Peter is an only child. No, 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 he's not an only child, because when we read in the paragraph there, we found that Peter goes to the cinema with his brothers also, right? When Sarbjit gets angry, he shouts at people. When Sarbjit gets angry, he shouts at people. No, he doesn't shout at people, he just simply counts his fingers. Okay, he counts his toes, he counts his toes and fingers, he doesn't get angry, right? He gets angry, but he doesn't shout at people. Good. Nasir lives in the city. Nasir lives in the city. I forgot about Nasir. Just let us revisit it. Okay, Nasir. What is Nasir? Just find it out. Let us see. Nasir. No, Nasir lives in a village, right? Nasir lives in a village, right? That's why he wants to become a farmer, just like his parents and grandparents. Clear? Radha's mother enjoys doing things with her. This is very critical question, because Radha's mother does not allow Radha to climb up the trees. She says that it is not the business of girls. It is not good for girls to climb up the branches of the trees. So I think this is going to be false. Okay, right? So with this, we have finished this chapter. I hope you all have enjoyed it. So my dear children, in case if you could not get any of the point here, in case if you found it difficult to understand at any of the point of time, then please let me know. I'll discuss it with you again in the Google Classroom, okay, and clarify all your doubts over there. Thank you, and please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have a good day.